Hey guys, welcome to the Jay Williams Experience. I am your host, Jay Williams, and guys, I am so excited.
Excited.
I am because today I have one of Houston's local celebrities about to be worldwide. No, actually, let me take that back.
Okay.
He is actually worldwide. He is a comedian. He is an actor. He is an amazing content creator, and he's here. DeAndre Harris is in the building.
Right here in the flesh.
Yay. I'm so happy you're here, DeAndre.
I'm excited to be here.
I'm going to call you Dre.
That's good. I go by Dre.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for inviting me.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Doing great.
Well, good. We're going to jump right on in
All right,
to the conversation. So, Dre, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get here? Like, what's going on with you, Dre? I mean, I watch you on Instagram. Yeah. I've seen some of your story, but I love your content. That's what captures me. I'm one of those millions of people that are watching.
You one of the millions?
Yes. So tell us how you got here.
All right. So, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Born and raised. Mm-hmm. And in Tennessee, I just really felt like I didn't belong there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like I didn't fit in. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I feel like I was wasting a lot of time on like chasing women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was wasting my potential in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I had a friend who lived out here. And he was like, yo, come to Texas. And I put it off for a long time, like 2 or 3 years. I was like, nah. Yeah, I was like, nah. Part of it because I was in a relationship. Other part is because, like, I don't know. Texas, moving's different. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like,
Texas is where it's at, though.
I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about Texas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So all I knew was Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know nothing about Texas.
Okay.
But I broke up with that relationship ended that I was in, right? And I was like, shoot, I mean, Texas might not be too bad. You know what I'm saying? Change is good.
Yeah.
And I was like, Houston over Nashville, like Houston got to be better than Nashville.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I've never been, so I can't really speak on that. When I think Nashville, I think country honky tonk.
It's country honky tonk.
Okay,
that's exactly what it says on some of the buildings downtown, like
really?
honky tonk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like honky tonk.
All right.
So that happened, and I'm just like, man, Houston just got to be better.
Okay.
And I'm like a very ambitious person.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I was not doing nothing in Tennessee, and it was bothering me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was around some people, they just weren't ambitious. Like, we used to just hang out, smoke weed.
Yeah. You're not lazy.
No, I'm not lazy.
Not at all.
It's just like, when I get to doing stuff that just it's like, I don't know, it's not adding up to nothing. It's just, I was just over it. And I was just like, okay, Texas sound good. And I'm like, all right, Texas is the move. Let's go to Texas.
Okay.
And evil forces tried to stop me from getting here. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
I felt Texas was gonna be good, but I didn't know it was gonna be this good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I was like, okay, Texas is gonna be good. I'm gonna do my thing down there. But I couldn't imagine, like, I've been here 14 months. In the last 14 months, I've done more here in Houston, Texas than I've done in my whole life living in Nashville, Tennessee.
Seriously?
Like, dead for real.
Okay. That was a smart move on your behalf.
It was a smart move, and I see why the enemy was trying to stop me from getting down here.
Yeah.
And I get into that a little bit. On my way down here, I get out my lease because I'm like, I'm not resigning it. Me and my boy were locked in. You know what I'm saying? I get out my lease, and unfortunately, his grandfather passed away.
Okay.
And that took a big toll on him. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And we kind of was just in and out of communication for a good little minute. And I was supposed to be here in February. What's that? Last year, 2023. My lease ended. Yeah, like February. I was supposed to be here in February. And his grandfather passed away, and it kind of put a hold on the move. And I'm already out of my apartment at this point.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
What you gonna do?
What I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So, I'm house hopping in Tennessee. Luckily, I'm from there, so I got a couple places to go or whatever. And after that got resolved, you know what I'm saying? I got back in contact with him. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, is this move still on? He's like, yeah, this move's still on. So I'm excited to come down here at this point. And you know what I'm saying? My car, I had a Ford Mustang. The timing belt went out. I don't know nothing about cars. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about cars. It's expensive. It don't sound that expensive though. Like, it don't. A timing belt,
like you just replace it.
Like, replace it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it was a whole. You got to take the engine out. A $3,000 fix, and I'm like, $3,000. I might as well get a new car at $3,000.
Yeah.
So that had happened, and I'm just like, dang, like I was gonna drive myself down here to Texas. So I'm like, how the hell am I gonna get to Texas?
Yeah.
So now I'm without a car. Now I'm kind of stuck in Tennessee. I'm living with my cousins, living on their couch or whatever. And I paid my cousin, I think I had like saved up a couple checks. I paid him like, I think like $500-$600 to drive me down here. He drove me down here and I got dropped off. I came down here, I didn't have no car. I had a job because I work from home.
Okay.
I had no car. I had nowhere where to live. I was living with my friend on his couch, and I got down here in Texas, and I was living in Conroe. You know where Conroe is?
I do know what Conroe. Yeah. That's up north.
It's far.
It is. Far. Well, you said your cousin drove you down here and dropped you off.
He dropped me off.
Okay.
Yeah, I paid him to drop me off because like I really wanted to move.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, like I really wanted it.
You were serious.
I was dead for real because like I'm the type of person like when I get my mindset on something,
it's on.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I got here to Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
But you didn't let anything stop you though.
Nah, I didn't let anything stop me.
There's a lot of things trying to stop you, but you still push forward.
Yeah, I was at a point where I was like, because like spiritual is like a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you gotta be able to recognize and have determination to like know like what voice is talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is this a sign telling me I don't need to be in Texas, or is this the enemy trying to just stop me from reaching blessings?
Your destiny,
you know what I'm saying?
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just you gotta have that determination in your spirit to know which voice is what.
Absolutely.
And I heard it. The voice I heard was, "Hey, you need to be in Texas." Like, you're trying to get stopped from going down there.
So how did you learn that? Like, where did you get that from?
Get
like,
what?
The understanding of recognizing the difference.
I'm not gonna lie.
Tough.
It is, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've always I grew up in like church or whatnot.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? I know about God. I grew up spiritual.
So that foundation.
It's just always been there in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, God's always been there in my life. Like, and I can tell. Like, it was just one time. It was crazy, and this is why I knew God was like covering me, like my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cooking like in my house. I'm in my drawers, right? So I'm at home. So I have a glass pan.
Yeah.
And I put it in the oven. I had steak in there.
Okay.
And then I had took it out and I put it on the eye. And then I had water boiling on that eye. That eye was still hot and the glass is placed on it.
Okay.
So then I took the water that was boiling the broccoli. I put it in the bowl, put it in the microwave. The microwave is above the oven.
Sure.
So then I took the bowl out and the water was shaky and it hit the glass pan. So when cooler water hit a hot pan, it burst.
Yes.
So I'm standing right like as if this is the stove.
Yeah.
I'm taking out the broccoli and then boom, like,
are you serious?
Glass just everywhere. And I'm standing right in front of it, like nothing, like I ain't had no clothes cuts on or nothing. And then I look down and like I ain't got no cuts.
You're not burned.
I'm not burnt. It's like glass was so hot, it's like molten the wood.
Are you serious?
And I'm just looking around and it's like glass everywhere. And I'm like, it was like a force field or something was around me because it's just like, that was crazy. I was supposed to get cut up.
Well, that just shows that you're covered.
And then, that's what I'm saying. So that was just another like testimony that just showed me that I covered. So like ever since I was little, I just been covered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And God's just been in my life. He's been like guiding me. So it gets tough, you know what I'm saying, when you don't feed that, spiritual life of yours. Sometimes you can't determine the voices or which is which.
Yeah.
But it just comes from me just always being spiritual, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but you do understand that whenever you have a plan, especially if you've prayed about the plan and something is trying to keep you from it or trying to distract you, like, for example, your car breaking down and all the things that you weren't planning to happen that was trying to keep you from coming, it's just the enemy. And when you notice that and recognize that, you got a blessing on the other side. So you got to push through, right? And clearly, here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the crazy part about it is like, it's crazy because like this is the beginning of everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, and like, it's just crazy. It's like when you like set out to do something and like you actually start to live it, it's like it gets surreal. But the thing about it is like you gotta enjoy the journey.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, and I was one of those type of people until I understood you gotta enjoy the journey. Like I just wanted to get done. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to be there. Like you know what I mean? I just want to be at the point I want to be at. But like, how can you get there without taking the journey?
You have to. You have to take one step in front of the other in order to get where you're going.
And it's gonna be, one step forward, 2 steps backwards.
Oh yeah.
3 steps forward, 1 step backward.
But you got to keep going.
You got to keep going.
Fighting, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. See, and I've watched you, like I said, on Instagram. Yeah. I've seen you like his meals. He's a great cook.
Oh, I am a great chef. Let me look in the camera. Which camera on me? This one? I'm a great cook.
He
like,
really
I can
is.
For real cook.
Like the presentation.
The presentation is good, isn't it?
What? It's like professional. Like, did he really do that? Like, he really does.
All right, so look, let me tell y'all how I learned how to cook, because I really can cook though.
Yeah.
So this is how I learned how to cook. Shout out to my mom.
Okay.
So my mom, like when you're a child, you don't tell your mama what to watch.
No, you do not.
You watch what your mama watch.
That's right.
So my mom, she used to watch the cooking channel 24/7. That's all she would watch. Like Rachel Ray, Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
My favorite was Chopped. I love Chopped. So she used to watch Chopped all the time. Hell's Kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Iron Chef. Like any cooking show you can imagine.
She loved it, huh?
She just used to watch it all the time. And I used to just be sitting there like soaking up all the information.
Wow.
And that's how I learned how to cook. Just watching cooking channels.
And like I said, the presentation looks commercial.
That's all I got it
from. It really does. Like, it's amazing. I'm like, did you? Okay, well, that looks, because remember I told you one time, I was like, that looked really good, and you didn't bring any to share? So anyway, I met Dre, y'all. We were in a stage play together earlier this year.
That was my first play, actually.
Well, mine too.
Okay.
As an adult, and I was an extra. I had one line, but I was in there. But I met Dre there, and he's an amazing actor.
Thank
you. You would never know that was your first. Like, you killed it.
I appreciate that.
I mean, seriously, you're a natural. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
About your acting.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's going on with that? Like, are you looking to do more plays? Are you like, what direction are you going with that?
I'm always like looking to work when it comes to like film.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that your preference though? Like film versus stage, or does it matter?
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like improv, stage, film. And the way I kind of got into acting, it all started off, I wanted to be a football player. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I wanted to go to the NFL.
Okay.
But like I was a scrawny kid, and I remember getting hit really hard this one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, this isn't it.
This is not gonna work. Yeah. So me and my friend, shout out to my friend Lizay, shout out to Lizay. He actually bought a camera, and he was like, yo, I got this camera. Mm-hmm. Let's become models. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So we was doing modeling for a while. Like, and one thing about me, I've always been independent. Yeah. Like very freelance. You know what I'm saying? So we used to just take photos. Like, but it used to be good photos. Like, don't get me wrong. We used to take each other photos. They used to be good photos. Mm-hmm. And we got so good to the point where like agencies would like hit us up to model. Like, hey, come try out for our agency. Like, come model for us. Like, for real deal. And I'm like, dang, like that's crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but you used to take some good photos. You used to take some very good photos. And I got into the modeling thing, and I got a couple agents, and I realized, like, dang, like, I didn't know I had to pay the agents.
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
You're like, they need to be paying you.
Yeah.
You're doing the work.
I'm like,
right?
I'm the talent. I thought I thought y'all was supposed to work for me.
Right.
I thought I was supposed to fire you. How you firing me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was doing the modeling thing. I was trying to get into a good agency. So I tried like 2 or 3 of them out. I got into one. They got me a couple gigs. So I actually was on this commercial that was like it was like, it wasn't national. It was a regional, like in North Carolina, I think.
Okay.
It was a commercial, but I got a couple gigs out of that agency. But the fees, I could just never pay the fees. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a broke kid. You know what I mean? Like
starving actor.
A starving actor. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you heard of starving artist, so starving.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm young at the same time. Like, nigga, you feel me? Like, make it make sense for real.
Yeah.
So
you're like, help me help you.
Yeah. So I'm going to a couple agencies. They like always asking for money that's like outrageous to me. Like $900 at 18. I'm not finna pay you that.
Right. That's like, insane. Like, who can do that?
Not me. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, modeling is cool, but like it's whatever. You feel me? Like, I don't like these agencies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I stopped modeling. And then I just, I've always been funny. Like, I just always been funny.
Naturally.
Yeah, just naturally. Like, I was like the class clown. You know what I'm saying?
You?
I used to get in trouble a lot just for making jokes or whatnot. And then I just got into acting. And then I would say some good inspirations was Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah.
And Key and Peele. Key and Peele was a very big one. Because I'm a little bit younger. So Dave Chappelle, I caught like the ending of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if my cousins was watching it, I'll see it. Yeah. But Key and Peele is one that really like, I really watched a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was my time. So I watched them a lot. And I used to watch a lot of stand-up comedy.
Okay.
And they used to do the skits. And I don't know. I just stopped modeling and I just got into acting and doing skits. Mm-hmm. And I used to do skits here and there. I was never consistent though, but I used to do them here and there, flashes here and there. Uh-huh. And then I remember I was like, okay, I just need to get more comfortable with the camera. You know what I'm saying? So then I did my own self-vlog. I did like a 2-part series, like kind of made like a mini movie or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So like, and because I'm thinking like as an actor, like as a model, like I made my own opportunity, but got into an agency and I didn't like it. So I was like, as an actor, like how do I make a opportunity? Like how do I get in a film? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I got to make my own. So I just made a homemade tape. It was a vlog, but I like kind of shot it like it was like a self-shot movie.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I did that. A lot of people watched it at the time. It wasn't too many, but it was enough.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
I mean, so let me ask you. I know you do vlogs. You're a content creator also on top of all the other things, but which do you prefer? Do you have a preference or do you just do it all? Because
I just
you're an
do
actor
it all
and I mean, to be on the opposite side of the camera and in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I can do both.
Yeah.
I just love everything like around it. Like I don't know. It's just
you're creative.
I'm just creative. I can be in front of the camera. I can be behind the camera.
Yeah.
And that's how I really started. Was I guess I got so good with doing both because my preference is neither. Like I'll do either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the reason I got so comfortable behind it and in front is because I had to shoot a lot of my own movies. Like I've made my own movies. Short films for to say, and I put them all together just with no budget, people I knew, and just directed it, acted it, shot it. Wow. Had help like here and there, little small pieces, but overall, you know what I'm saying. I just shot it myself, and with shooting it yourself, you get best of both worlds. You gotta get behind the camera, and then you gotta be in front of the camera. Then you gotta direct. Then you gotta cast. You know what I'm saying? So, It just started for me just doing a lot of my own self projects, and then I just always been funny, and then I always liked skits. So then I started doing skits here and there, just here and there, and then like I just did the movies, and like people just notice my hard work and they'll invite me to stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they'll come invite me to stuff here and there. I was in a couple other projects from like doing my own like self tapings, like. I just make my own stuff. I don't know, like
I love that.
Hey, if you can't get at the table, just make your own table.
Build the table.
You feel me? Like I'm just gonna sit there. I'm gonna make my own table.
That's it.
And I'm gonna put the food on the table and I'm gonna eat the food on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how I got into acting. It's just like I just did it. Like I don't know. My grandma used to say, rest in peace to my grandma. She always used to say, "Ain't nothing to it but to do it."
Well.
You feel me?
Listen to your grandmother. She's right.
She was right. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So like, I just always just did it. You feel me? So
I
like,
think that's
if I
amazing.
want to do it, I just did it.
See, the thing about it is, I do know that you're young, and we're not gonna focus on age, but you are young.
I feel like I'm getting old though.
Why?
Cause like, I don't know if it's just like kids younger than me, but I got called Unc. You know, I got called Unc. I am an uncle.
Okay.
Unc, like.
Well, so in all fairness, your overall demeanor, you're mature. Yeah. And that's because you've gone through some things in your life and you've experienced some things. You're not immature. Right. You know what I mean? And I think younger kids are going to say that. Yeah. Don't be offended. So, don't be offended by the kids.
No, I'm not. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Unc. That's funny. Okay, so let's talk about your life as a comedian. Yeah. Okay, because I know you've been doing some stand-up. Oh, yeah, I've been killing the stand-up. You have been killing it, so let's talk about it. Tell me about it. Okay, so like I said, I've always watched stand-up growing up. And you've always been funny. I've always been funny. Clearly. Mm-hmm. Right? Naturally. Just out the womb. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so stand-up, it's always kind of like been a dream of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like I always wanted to do it. I tried it in Nashville one time. Okay. And kind of like how I did it when I got here, I did it there. Like I was ready. I did a vlog and everything. Like I'm vlogging my first time. I was super excited, super ready. I went to the place. It was kind of like a draw your name out the bucket type of pool. Sure. And I went up there, and I'm always like have a self-confidence, like I'm gonna get pulled, but I didn't get pulled. Okay. And I didn't like, the comedy scene is not very big in Nashville. Okay. So it was like there was no opportunity for me to get on stage. Yeah. In Nashville. But when I moved out here, I lived in Conroe, and I didn't have a car or nothing. And like I know Houston. I didn't know Houston. I didn't know nothing about Houston. You live in Conroe? We'll talk about that. Go ahead. So I just got on Eventbrite. Okay. And I just typed up. I forgot what I typed up. Okay. I can't remember, but it had something to do with stand-up comedy. Okay. And I typed it up,
And I seen this guy, and he was a black guy, so it made me feel safe.
Sure, I get it.
And shout out to Jeff Joe, because he's that's the comedian. Shout out to Jeff Joe. He hosts a room at Axelrad. Okay. And I seen it. It's an open mic, and it was free. And I was like, shit, I'm gonna hit this open mic.
Yeah.
And like, I've watched a lot of stand-up comedy, you know what I'm saying? And like, I've always just been funny. And by this time, I've been doing skits for a while. Okay. Before I'd done stand-up comedy, I've been doing skits for a long time.
Okay.
And we can talk a little bit more about that. But I went out there and I recorded myself. First time ever doing comedy. Just like first time ever doing stand-up comedy. And it went pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
What was that like though?
It was
that like?
It was crazy. Like, it was very nerve-wracking, but I'm always not a adrenaline junkie, because like it doesn't like fuel me, but it's just like I like the excitement.
You knew you were ready.
Yeah, there you go.
Knew you were ready.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. I knew I was ready.
Yeah.
So and you can watch it on YouTube. It's still up. Okay. My very first time doing comedy. And I like the crowd laughed, so I felt good about it. But going up there, getting on stage is pretty crazy, first of all. Let me just say that. And doing comedy is like, it's crazy. But when I get up there, it's like I don't really be seeing the crowd.
Yeah.
It's
just
like,
in your head doing your thing.
I'm just doing my thing. Okay. And then like I hear the laughs. So I'm like, okay, this is going good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's important.
And the stand-up comedy game is tougher than skits.
I believe that.
It's way tougher than skits. You gotta be persistent.
Yeah.
It's kind of like politics too, honestly. Yeah. Like how you just gotta just go through your ranks. Like you can't just skip things. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the stand-up comedy is cool. I like doing stand-up comedy. It's just like, as a comedian, I feel like you should have that in your bag. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can make people laugh online, I know I can make people laugh in person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, I want to get paid off of, my talent and what I do.
Yeah.
So I just came out here and I did it for the first time. I got addicted to it, and I just kept coming back week after week after week after week after week after week after week, because they hold a contest on Sundays.
Okay.
Where you do a minute and the crowd votes, and then you get the crowd votes all the way to the final. So they have 3 rounds. You do 1 minute, and then you make it to the second round, you do another minute. You make it to the next round, you do 3 to 5, and then they pick your winner and you win some cash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they do that every Sunday. So that drove me to, and I was driving from Conroe.
Wow.
Like every Sunday, just. And I just kept getting better and better at it, and I just, people always recognize my work ethic. I don't know, like a lot of comedians,
It is.
You know, it is what it is. A lot of comedians, a lot of respected comedians out here actually, like, give me advice and let me have opportunities where I can perform. And it's going good. It's on the uprise. You know what I'm saying? I'm still like a newbie in the stand-up comedy game.
You're on your way though.
I'm on my way though. I signed up for the funniest person in Houston contest.
Okay.
So y'all can be looking out for me on that.
Yeah.
And then I actually signed up for funniest person in Galveston.
Okay.
So those are 2 competitions that I'm in that's upcoming.
About to win. We're gonna put
I'm
it
definitely
out
about
there.
to win.
Yep.
But stand-up comedy is great. It's some great guys in the Houston stand-up comedy game.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Well, it's so crazy, Dre, because I know you've been doing comedy. Yeah. Again, I follow you on social media, but my husband and I were at the Improv last weekend, I want to say, and Earthquake was here. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I told my husband, I said, I know somebody that's gonna be on this stage.
Yeah.
Really soon.
Yeah.
And he was like, you do? And so I showed him your page. He was like, oh, okay. He said, when you say stuff, it
happens.
It manifests that stuff. And I saw that. I've
been wanting to hit the improv.
It's gonna happen.
I've been wanting to hit the improv. Stand-up comedy, it's like, it's a little hard to get opportunities, but I guess the advice I keep getting for all my comic associates is just like, keep doing open mics. Just keep doing mics.
You don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's seeing what you're doing.
Yeah. And
you are truly funny. Let me just be honest. In Houston, it's hard.
Yeah.
I've gone to like shows over the years because I was born and raised here.
Okay.
And I've seen shows, concerts and things like that, and Houstonians will not clap. They will let you stand up there and look crazy.
On the vote, some week, oh my gosh, it'd be so bad. Like on the vote, if they don't like you, they would just not clap.
See, I'm telling you,
they just don't clap.
Yes, it's a real thing. Like they're not gonna humor you. If they don't like you, they just not gonna do it.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But the fact that you've gotten so far already.
Yeah, I know.
And like I said, you just don't know who is going to see you. You don't know who's going to hear you, and I'm just excited for your future. I
try to hit as many mics as I can. Like I just always looking for opportunity to hit an open mic. It kind of becomes like therapy too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And kind of like I guess when you go through like a lot of trauma, like it's like, and you don't have a therapist. I never believed in like therapists.
Really?
Nah, because it's like I'm talking to this stranger and they just telling me robot answers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I don't. I think therapy is important, Dre. Yeah, I mean, well, okay, let me just say this. I get it. I understand.
I just feel like they just gonna tell me something that doesn't fix my problems. Like,
it takes time. They've got to peel back the layers.
Like, nigga, can you help me or not? You feel me?
You're like, I got one good session. I'm going to need you to work it out. Yeah, I understand. I get it. Yeah. I get it.
Like, words can't help me. Nigga, I need action.
Yeah. You're like, okay, I need somebody today.
Yeah,
can you
right
help me
now.
or not?
Yeah, so I don't know. I never believed in therapy. I don't know. So like,
but if you find your way to heal whatever you need without going to therapy, I think you're winning.
Yeah, facts. And that's what I'm about to say. Like, the stand-up comedy is kind of therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just feels good to make people laugh in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then one of the best feelings, I ain't gonna lie, is when I get off stage and people are like, oh my God, good set. You were funny. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of the best feelings. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I like my jokes.
You're doing it.
You feel me? Like, that's cool though. You know what I'm saying? And people like want to follow you and stuff. It's cool.
Well, you're doing something right, because if help me if I misspeak, but you on YouTube, on a lot of your videos and a lot of everything that you do, to me, is funny.
Okay.
Everything.
Thank you.
And the ideas that you come up with for your short videos, your vlogs, are amazing. But you've gotten millions of views. That's crazy.
Millions. I feel like I'm very underrated.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm very underrated.
I think you're right here on the cusp of just blowing
right up, because it's like, it don't make no sense. Let me show you right quick.
What you got?
Okay, this one I'm gonna show you. So like, I've been gaining like recently, but so I have 7,000 followers, right? But look how many profiles I've reached in the last 30 days. This is 30 days.
Wow, over 4,000.
No. Read that.
I mean, 4 million. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Pardon me. Put an M on it. 4 million. Hello.
But
my bad.
So I have.
How though?
I don't. That's okay. This is why I say I feel like I'm underrated, because it's like, I reached a lot of accounts. Like 4 million accounts is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I should at least have like 120,000 followers or something.
Seriously.
But I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't know. I'm just funny, I guess. But the millions of views, it's like, okay, I'm consistent.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You definitely are.
I remember when I hit my first million.
Okay.
So I remember I hit my first $1 million, million view video, which is going to turn to $1 million. So $1 million video.
Correct.
And I remember, it's like, I have the feeling like, you know when it's going to go viral.
Really?
You know it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel it, like, it's going to go viral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I remember I was sitting in the club, and I had like negative $1 in my bank account.
Okay.
And I'm like, this would be a great video. Like, imagine like somebody get me checking my bank account. I got $1.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, I reached over to my homie. I was like, yo, you got to record this video. Like, you have to.
Yeah.
And he recorded it, got it just right. I uploaded it that very second. It was like 11 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, going on 12 o'clock at night. And that's another thing, is like, when you post, a lot of people, they have like, you know how athletes, like, they have like what they call, like, their remedies, like, they always do, like, if they don't do this, like, it's not gonna go right. What's it called?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
So like, content creators do that too. Like, I have to post at 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to have this hashtag. You know what I mean? It's got to look like this.
Yeah.
In all reality, if it's going to go viral, it's going to go viral.
It's going to happen.
Just no matter when you post it, no matter how it looks like, no matter how long it is, no matter how short it is. So I remember posting it late at night, and it first went viral on TikTok.
Okay.
And it was just going crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is going crazy. Like, I'm about to hit 1 million views. And I'll be honest, I thought when you hit 1 million views, I thought I was going to be rich.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the thought.
That's what I thought.
Not always the case.
Like, before I hit 1 million views, I thought I was going to be rich when I hit 1 million views.
Okay.
I was like, shit, nigga, I'm going to hit 1 million. I'm going to be rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's coming.
It's coming, for sure.
Yeah.
But, so I hit the 1 million views on TikTok first. And then I remember a lot of pages was hitting me up about the video, like the reposted and all that other stuff. And then it started gaining traction on Instagram, and it started going viral on Instagram, and it shot up to 6 million. My first video to ever go viral was 6 million views.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. It was insane. It just kept going up and up and up.
Yeah.
It did 3 million on TikTok and 6 million on Instagram.
That's crazy.
So that was 9 million, and for the total of that first viral video.
Wow.
And it took me. I've been doing skits for a long time. Let me be honest with you.
Yeah.
I haven't really had the most popular social media platform.
Okay.
I will say that, like, I used to do skits and not get that many views or that many likes or whatever. And I just been doing it for a long time. I can't even remember. Like, I first started doing skits like in 2016.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You have
like,
been doing it a long time.
It wasn't consistent. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But it wasn't consistent, but I was doing them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had them in the bag. You know what I'm saying? I was doing them.
Just collecting them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really get consistent until I moved down to Houston, though.
Okay.
But before that,
There's a lot of material down here.
There's a lot of material down here. But before that, I was very consistent in Tennessee, Nashville.
Okay.
I actually have this, and I'm gonna share this on your story, on your podcast, your interview.
Okay.
Because this is like exclusive content.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't know this.
Okay.
Like, you only know if you know me.
Okay.
If you don't know me, you would never guess it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I have this character that I play. It's called Granddad. I play as a granddad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And in 2020, it was a pandemic, and it was Halloween. I got a granddad mask, and I went to a party, and nobody knew it was me. It was like, who's this granddad? You know what I'm saying? It was funny, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I'm doing Instagram. I talked to my friends about it. It's like, yeah, make an Instagram.
Yeah. And
I made an Instagram account strictly just as the character, and it blew up in my home city. Like, it blew up.
Wow. Okay.
And that was my first time, like,
experiencing that.
Yeah, because on my page, it wouldn't, like, my page was like very low. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on my personal page, I would do skits here and there, but it wouldn't get that much engagement. When I very first started. So then I kind of quit for a while. Not kind of quit. I was just doing my own thing in life. It just wasn't consistent.
Yeah.
And I came up with the character, and it just blew up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It just blew up. And I was doing that all during COVID, all the way up until probably, like, I did it for like a good 2 years straight.
Okay.
And it was really good. You know what I'm saying? I met a lot of comedians that, like, I've watched on, like, my phone or on YouTube. I got to meet them, like, via the character.
Yeah.
I've actually got an opportunity to meet Drewski.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually on his, like, little Could Have Been Records tryout thing. I was. He said, "Oh yeah."
Really?
Yeah. If you watched the one that was in Houston, there was a granddad that went on there. That was me.
Really?
Yeah. So I got to meet a lot of people with that character. So that character, like, really opened some doors for me, and I made it separate because, like, I don't know what made me make it separate, but I kind of just didn't want the association.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to mix it with my personal page.
Sure.
So I was like, let me make a different page. And I even abandoned my personal page for like 2 years straight. Like, I didn't post nothing on my regular page. Yeah. And I was working on my granddad, and, like, it just blew up. It was going great. And actually, so I stopped doing it now because, like, granddad, like, every time I pull him out, it just goes up. Like, everybody's, like, in his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, granddad. His thing is, like, he like butterscotch and big booty women.
So are you you saying you're bringing him back or no? And why not?
I've laid him down.
Why or why not? Yeah.
I laid him down to focus on myself.
You
know
know
what I'm saying? Like, my own image.
You.
Yeah, me.
Yes.
Because it was like I said, at a point where I didn't even do nothing about my own personal content. I was just doing granddad content. It was going great, though. It was going phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I just feel like when I got to Houston and I pulled him out, same effect in Nashville.
Okay.
Went great. You know what I'm saying? People loved him. You know what I mean? And nobody could figure out who it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'd be so funny sometimes. I was in a conversation and they was like, man, where that granddad dude? I wonder who he is. And, like, I'm standing, like, right next to you. Yeah. Like, it's like I'm right next to you. It was funny. But I just feel like everywhere he goes, like, he just gets the attention. But like, I feel like when I took the mask off in Houston, like, nobody kind of knew who I was.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I got to build my own stuff up.
Yeah.
So I just put him down temporarily. But he can never be stopped, though, because, like, every time I pull him out, he's just like...
It's on.
It's just on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's so cool, though.
But yeah, I got this whole different persona where I play as a granddad. It's pretty funny. I'll shoot you the page because like, it has like a whole... Like, just as consistent as I am on my page, I was like that on the granddad page. So it's like, there's a whole list of just hilarious
I want to see that.
It's like a whole list.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I send it to you. It's funny.
That's so cool.
But yeah, I went to doing that, and then I was just like, you know, I'm gonna focus on myself, and I just been focusing on my own content. And I'm very big on networking.
Yeah, you are.
You know what I mean? Like,
I can tell because it's never the same people
it's
on your page. Never the same people. It's like, wow, he knows a lot of folks, and he just got here.
I know people be saying like, you know more people than me, and
But you have a great heart. You're a genuine person.
I am genuine.
People gravitate to you.
Yeah, and I figured
in a good way.
In a good way. Some of it's bad too, though. Some of it's bad. You know what I'm saying? I've had experiences with people in Houston that wasn't always all good.
Okay.
And like, I'm the type of person like where, like I said, I got a good heart, so I try to be that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes it hurts you.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Or people would just try to run over you, or things like that. And it's like, I just really just want to be nice to you guys.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to be. I used to be mean. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
I used to be like a whole hoodlum.
Really?
I used to have like, and the locks.
Why did you change?
The locks don't include into it, but I used to have like dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I used to like sell drugs. I used to break into people's houses. I was in and out of juvie. Yeah. And like, at that time and period, it was my environment. I'll be honest with you. Like I grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So like my role models was like the gang banger that was next door making a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? So I just changed my life around because like I just realized like it was either in jail or or die, you know what I mean?
Not an option.
Not an option. I actually went to jail for 10 days, and it actually like I was like, I ain't never coming back here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, I just don't even want to be here. Like,
that's not for you.
This sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just changed my life around from that point. But it's like, when you show that, it's like, people just try to run over you and stuff. I had my experiences. Like, it's some good people here in Houston, but I feel like, you just got to find your right type of crowd.
Well, and there are bad people everywhere.
Bad people everywhere.
Like, there's nobody's perfect, but the main thing is that you don't get sucked into the wrong stuff and you're determined to stay on the right track, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't come down here to like waste my time.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
You're on a mission.
Exactly.
You got goals.
And the thing I liked about moving to Houston was I can create my network. At home, it was made for me. You know what I'm saying? Like through school, through neighborhood, whatever, association.
You're like brand new.
Yeah, I'm like brand new. Like I can be anybody who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like
for sure.
I might not even be Dre. This might be a lie. But
true.
You know what I'm saying? I can be anybody I want to be.
True.
And I can create my network. And that's what I really liked about moving here. And with having the ability to create my network, I don't like if it's too much foolishness, then I'm gonna like leave. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
I'm gonna just remove myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So how do you stay inspired? Like, how do you stay inspired? Like, what motivates you?
Being broke.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a real good one.
Being broke. I grew up pretty, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have that much money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I know what it feels like not to have money.
Yeah.
So I just want to know what it feels like to have a lot of money. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like what keeps me inspired.
Yeah.
This is also another thing. My whole life. Mm-hmm. I've been told, like, ever since I remember like 10 years old, like, oh, you're gonna do great things, you're gonna be big, like you can do whatever you want to do, you can do this, you can do that, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be a star.
Yeah.
I've always heard that my whole entire life, and like it's just like when you've been hearing that your whole entire life, that's just like what you like, that's your identity.
It is.
Like if I've been told my whole entire life, like if you tell a kid like, oh, he's quiet, he's a quiet kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't talk, he's quiet. And that's all you hear about yourself.
That's what you
then
believe.
you're gonna believe you're a quiet kid.
Yeah.
So it's always been embedded in me that I was gonna make it. I'm a star. Like you're gonna be big and keep going. Mm-hmm. So it's like what inspires me is just like I just want to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like I won't have to worry about no money. I want to be financially free. I want to like have a wife and raise my kids without working. You know what I'm saying? I just want to travel the world. Like I just want life to be unlocked. I want to be able to like buy my mama a house, buy a car, like help my brothers and sisters, like all that. I just want to be able to have life unlocked.
Yeah.
Freedom. It's like why live life regular when you ain't regular?
And hello,
you mean
why be mediocre if you're not destined to be mediocre? Like what is that?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just like I wake up and I tell myself, I was like, how can I get rich? You know what I'm saying? Like how can I do it? And like wordplay is big because like I really want to be wealthy, but I just say rich to just dumb it down.
Yeah.
But I just wake up every day just how can I get it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's like you know what it's like to not have it. You want it, but then it's also about legacy, right? You just said you want a wife, you want your kids, and what about them? And what about their children, and so forth and so on? It's got to start somewhere. It's got to start with you. And let it happen.
Funny you say that because I've always said this. I don't know if this is gonna happen in real life.
Okay.
But I've actually wanted to go to DeAndre Harris the 100th.
Okay.
Hear me out?
Yeah.
So like I know I can have a junior. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Maybe a third. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if a woman is willing to keep letting me name my kids.
Yeah.
My funny, I just want like, hey, like every son, just name him DeAndre Harris.
Yes.
And, you know, keep it going.
Keep it going.
And like I know
that's not uncommon.
I know it's gonna get awkward around like 39 and 42 and 53. Nobody wants to be DeAndre Harris the 53rd. Like nobody wants to do that.
There's always the first though.
But I just want to be on my deathbed and be like, just keep it going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I want to be like 100 years later, they got my photo on the wall, like, this is the original.
There you go.
DeAndre.
Yes. Yes.
This is why
he started this.
He started this.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
And you know, you could always put that in your will.
I could.
You could put that in your will. If you want some of this, you've got to do these things. And that could be a part of it.
But I first got to find a woman who's willing to put up with that,
Well, this is true.
Because every time I talk to her, they're like, no, we're not doing that.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still very young. You've got time.
I do got a lot of time.
You got time. Yeah, no rush. No rush.
Thanks.
I love this. I am enjoying this conversation with you, Dre.
Yeah, me too.
I knew I would.
Yeah,
I knew I would. I knew it was going to be amazing. And I know everybody's going to love hearing from you.
Oh, it's going to be a banger.
You are so great. And Dre, with regards to his skits, he asked me to do a skit with him. And I did.
Yeah.
And it was so fun and so funny. And
fast too, right? It didn't take too long.
No, it was like really quick.
Yeah.
But it was so funny and so much fun. And I appreciate you for giving me that chance.
It actually did it did like 60,000 views?
Yeah, it did. It was great. It was great. So how can people find you, Dre?
I'm not hard to find.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm not hard to find. You can honestly hit me up. I'm the type of person like, I give everybody the opportunity until like you show me that it's not worth it.
Yeah,
I mean, like if you want to collab or if you want to do some work, just hit my DM or like text me, call me if you see me in person, let me know.
Yeah.
I am extremely busy though. I will say that though.
Booked.
I'm extremely busy, so like sometimes I feel like it gets hard, and then me being new in Houston, it's like it's one thing to like get the connects, which I'm very good at, but it's another thing to deepen the connections.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So like sometimes people got to hit me up again.
Yeah.
If you hit me up again, I'm for sure yours.
Yeah. For sure.
For sure.
Yes.
But I'm not always the best at like hitting you back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm busy.
I'm busy, you know what I'm saying? It might be
personal.
like, well, no, it's not personal at all. Like, and for anybody watching, if you want to do a collab, just hit me again, please. Because I wanted to do it. Because I'll text you and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be for real about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Then 16 other people hit me up on Instagram. And then my notifications are just booming.
Going crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So then a lot of people are just DMing me.
Yeah.
But it gets lost, you know what I'm saying? And then it just becomes whatever. And then, but the way you can find me is on all socials. Everything, every social media is Dre.Pappy, Dre.Pappy. It's not hard to find me at all.
Yeah.
Or you can find me doing stand-up comedy locally in Houston.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Check him out. Y'all do not want to miss, because this guy right here, he's going up. He's destined for greatness for sure. This is a mogul right here in the making.
Mogul in the making. And like you just got the chance to do it in the beginning.
Yeah.
We're gonna look back at this like, dang.
You remember Humble Beginnings? Humble Guru?
Oh, shout out to Humble Guru. Make sure you guys shop with Humble Guru. She has a good brand.
Yeah.
I like her brand.
It's nice.
Yeah, I'm always trying to rep her brand when I can.
I love
Shout out Humble Guru.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dre, for being here. I appreciate you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and I will have you again for sure. Thank you guys for checking out the Jay Williams Experience. We'll see you next time. Bye.